Okay guys, so let us just look at the last part of changing from decimal numbers. Please don't forget, decimal numbers, we're still calling them the base 10. Don't never change wherever you go, unless you go to China. But yeah, and if there, I'm sure they also use the same thing, just the language which will change. Okay, so changing from decimal numbers. So in the last video, I named changing to base 10 as our first point. So this one will be our second point, changing to octal numbers. So changing from decimal numbers to octal numbers. Okay, so please don't forget, octal numbers are the ones we're calling base 8. Okay, so I know I've already shown the first step, and it will be for every other number you are using the ladder method. So in this one, I will get a number with a point, so that we check how to deal with a number with point. So let me get an example quick and not waste time. So let's get a number. Let's say convert, let's say 75.3 to what? Octal, to an octal number, to an octal digit or octal number, to an octal digit. So how do you change 75.3 to an octal digit? So our main focus on this video is on the 0.3. Okay, I think 0.3 is very simple. I think let me add some other numbers to make it more fast, whatever, to make it more interesting. So let me put it 75.13 at least, to have, to be more better. Okay, so changing 75.13 to an octal number. How do you change 75.13 to an octal number? So before I start calculating or showing some tips, please let us focus on one thing. Focusing on this number here, which is 75. So this 75 has two parts. The first part of the 75 is the part we're calling it the integer. So we call it the integer. And then the last part, or the decimal parts, we call it the fractional number. So in this case we have two parts, the integer and the fractional. The integer, when we're changing it, it always uses the ladder method. Please don't forget, we use the ladder method on the integer, the ladder method. And then we use for the fractional number, I'm going to talk much on that one. We said we're going to focus much on these fraction numbers. These fraction numbers, yes, to just to break the side. No, let it be a secret. Let us go deal with 75 ladder method, simple and straightforward. Okay, let me just break the silence. So this the fractional part, we use a method known as the multiplication chain. Please don't forget multiplication chain. Multiplication chain, let's just write M. So multiplication chain, ladder method, please don't forget the two guys. Okay, going forward, let's change that number now. So as I said earlier, from this number, I'm going to get to the integer. So the integer part of this number, the integer part, which is 75. So the 75, don't forget, you are using the ladder method. And what you concentrate on the ladder method is to make sure that we come back to 0, because every from 0 going up, you never start from somewhere unless otherwise. Okay, so we have our base, our quotient, and our remainder. So our base, we're changing to base 8. Don't forget, base 8. We'll put 8 there. Our quotient, we'll take the 75, right? 75. We'll do the same thing. 8 into 7, it can't. So we just have to do 8 into 75. So 8 into 75, that should be about 8 times I. Is it 8? No, it's not 8. it is 9i. It goes 9 times. It go 9 times, and then the remainder should be is it 3? It's 3i, because 8 times 9 should give you is it 72, should give you 72. So the remainder is 3. You write the 3 here. Okay, you have the 8 back here. So 8 into 9, it goes 1 time. 1. Remainder what? Our remainder is just a 1. We go 8 into 1. It can never. You can never have 8 into 1. So you have a 0. Remainder the same 1. Don't forget, it's another method. We start from down, going up. We've had our 0. So there's no way we can have other numbers down. If you want to have other numbers down, it will be just 0, 0. 8 into 0, it's 0. Remainder 0. Up to down. So from there, let's get the answer. The answer is, we have what? Our answer for this one, for the integer, which is not complete. Please don't forget, it's not complete. It is 113. We get that. We have a point. I'm going to put a point because our number is not complete. So let's go to the last one, which is the integer I. So if I get the the fractional part I, the fractional one. So if I get the 75, sorry, I'm going to remain with 0.13 or 0.3113i. So this is the fractional part. And I said that we use the multiplication chain. How does the multiplication chain work? So you use the base I. So we're in base 8. You just write the base here. Base 8. Base 8. You get the base 8. So your base, what I'm doing here is that we're multiplying the number with the base I. We just be multiplying. The rule is that we should at least end. We should have all this number should turn into should become fractional, and now we're going to get the fractional numbers, but it will not work. So in other ways, in other cases it will never work or it will never end. So according to the books that we are reading, they say that at least you can multiply at least about 4 times or more than 4 times, which is at least 5 times I, and then get the answer you can put. But in other cases, I know it will work. So let's try to see where we end. So 8 times 3, that is about that is 24, right? 24. So get 4, remainder 2. 8 times 1, that is 8, plus the 2, that's giving us is it 10? 10. So we have 10. How would you write that 10? Since it was here, we're going to write 0, and then the 1 will come this side. The 1 will come this side, because in short, 8 times 1 is 8i, plus that 2, which is 10i. So 10, we're going to write 0, remainder 1. 8 times 0, it is 0. That 1 comes here. So the point. Or if you want that okay. Yeah, I know you get what I mean. Let's just move on. So so in this case I will get this one. Let me get the one. The one. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to go back. Okay, let me just go back. Okay, so the one, remove the one I. So removing the one, we don't want the integers. We get back 0.04. We also go back with it. So 8 times 4. This 8 will repeat itself because we're still in base 8. We're trying to change numbers to base 8. That's why we're fighting with the 8. So 8 times 8 times 4, that number will become 0. Sorry, that number will become 4. Is it 40? No, sorry. That is 32. Sorry, 32. So 2, remainder 3. Remainder 3. 2 into 0. 8 times 0. That is 8. Remainder, we have the 3 here. Plus that 3. So 8 times 0 is 0. So that number does not change. It's still there. Don't forget, we don't want the integer. Like in this case, we don't have the integer, so we still have the 0, but we keep it. We go. We still get the 0.32. We still add with it. We'll continue our multiplication. What we want is this side. Don't forget this side to change into an integer. but in some cases it might not change, or it might take a lot of time, so we can only change about at least 4 times. We can do this about 4 times and get the answer. So we put 2 times 8, that is 16. 6 carry 1. 2 times 3, 24, plus that 25i. So 5, remainder 2. Don't forget. 2 times 0 is 8 times 0 is 0. 0 plus that 2. So we have 2 there. Please don't forget we have the 2. We've done it properly. Yeah, 8 and that and that and that. If you want, you can use a calculator. If I made a mistake, please you can correct me in the comment section. Okay. So we have 2.56. How many times have we changed so far? So from here, this is 1, 2, 3. At least we're not done with at least 4 times. So let's try to do this one. The fourth times. The fourth time. So 8 times 6. 8 times 6. That should give you about 45. 45. So write 5. Remainder 4. 8 times 5. That is 40. Plus the 4. That is 4. Remainder 4. So in this case, we are leaving out the decimal, the integer part so that we get the numbers without the integer. So we have 8. Where was I? So it was 40, 44, remainder 4i. So 8 times 0 is 0. With the shan, which we have the 40. We have the 4. Yeah. So we get the 4. So in this case, I've done about 4 times. I've done multiplied here, multiplied here, multiplied here, multiplied here 4 times. The only thing that I've not come to a number that gives me 0 this side. But still more. At least I've tried the 4 times. So in this case, I'll just collect all my decimal numbers. I'll collect all my integers that I've created. The integers that I've created, they become my decimal. So I have created here 1. There's a 0 here, there's a 2, there's a 4. So I'll get the 1, the 0, the 2, and the 4. So this becomes my answer in base 8. So when you change it, it might not give you the correct answer because I've not completed. But at least I've done more than 4 times. I mean, this thing is supposed to be done with a calculator, but I'm doing it with, yeah. So we are here. We're done with the decimal, changing from decimal to other numbers. So and if it is changing to octal or to hexadecimal, we'll use the same formula. Everything. Don't forget, we're using the ladder method for the part which is known as the integer. We're using the fractional the multiplication chain for the numbers known as the shan, the fractional numbers. Yeah. So we have that. Multiplication chain and the ladder method. Those are the 2 things we should not forget. Okay. So the next video will be based on converting from, let's say, back to base 10. Converting to base 10. Here we're doing from base 10.